MovieWeb.com.
So the film takes place in Britain in the 60s, and there's a certain mystique that sort of surrounds that time. And so I was wondering, is that what attracted you to the project? And also, what did it feel like to inhabit the clothes and the art and the culture of that time?
It wasn't really the 60s side of the script that was attractive to me. I mean, when you think about a 60s film, people always think that it's going to be the latter half of the 60s with the Beatles and lots of interesting, fun things happening and flower power. But it wasn't that, obviously. Really, it was the script. It was what Nick had written, and the fact that he'd written such a brilliant three-dimensional female lead who was a 16-year-old, who had a real journey and kind of really experienced something, because so often parts that you read of that age are sort of accessories to a story. So that was really exciting. And to work with Lone, who was just, whose films I just love. Inhabiting all that stuff was great. I mean, you know, who doesn't want to kind of dress up in
Did it help to define your character?
Definitely. I mean, there was nothing like putting on a school uniform again and sitting in a classroom. It was actually bizarre. Putting on a school uniform and sitting in this room, and something about the lighting and being in a classroom just made me like really lethargic, and I just thought, I just remember like falling asleep on my hands in school, and so all of that helped. And then of course when you are made up and transformed and put in high heels and a dress, and you know they do your hair up, all of that helps. I mean, definitely. And actually a lot of the envy that I felt towards Helen's character, towards Roz's character Helen, in the clothes that she got to wear, that was all real. There was no acting there.
And then the relationship between your character and Peter's character in the film, obviously a very, you know, tricky relationship. I was wondering, it's so beautifully played out in the film. Was comfortable working with him doing that stuff?
Yeah, really. I mean, I never felt a moment of discomfort with Peter. From the first time I met him, actually, he was in my second audition and he was reading with girls, so he's just the nicest guy and so relaxed, and so that was never felt difficult in any way. And we used to do, when we were doing kissing scenes and we had to kiss, we used to do this sort of fake sort of kiss that his daughter does, which is sort of a lip smack. So when they'd say for the camera, you know, can you just show us where the kiss will be, we'd go, and everything felt very de-sex and very kind of relaxed, and he was great. And he also taught me a huge amount about working on film, really, and also this, Peter's really hard to embarrass. He's sort of got no inhibition, so he just plays a lot, and I think I was probably I was more of a nervous actor before I met him than I am now, because I sort of learned not to worry about making mistakes.
Excellent. And you really go head-to-head in some scenes with Emma Thompson,
Yeah.
and also have some very tender scenes with Alfred Molina.
Yeah.
What did you learn from them, and what was it like, those experiences?
I mean, we had a day with Emma, because she was in these 4 scenes, and so we shot the whole thing in a day, and you know, it was like a dream day. That's what I grew up dreaming about, that I would get to do something with Emma Thompson, and so it was wonderful. It was amazing. And the same with Alfred. I mean, when I found out Alfred was playing my dad, I would get phone calls once a week saying, oh, Olivia Williams has come on, or whatever, and when I found out Alfred was on, I was just, everyone was a blessing, but he was amazing. Yeah, I think, you know, I've had the same experience with working with, my first job was with Judi Dench and Donald Sutherland and Brenda Blethyn, and it really just makes you want to be better. So you're kind of on your A game, because you think, like, I don't want to be the weak link in this. You know, you want to try and match them or attempt to. But also their attitude is just so, they're such kind of cool people. And I remember Emma, because we ran over by about an hour and a half because we had to shoot all of her stuff in a day. And at the end of the day, she ordered like loads of pizza and beer and wine for the whole crew and had this like mini party. And I just thought, you're a legend. You're on this for a day, you know. And everyone loved her. She was great.